How to use descriptive adjectives effectively. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fun and easy English learning session. Today, we're going to explore a very important part of grammar: descriptive adjectives. These help us make our sentences more colorful and clear.
That's right, Annie. In this video, we'll show you how to use descriptive adjectives effectively. You'll learn how to describe people, places, things, and even emotions in a more interesting way. Let's get started.
First, let's understand what descriptive adjectives are. These are words that describe the quality or characteristics of a noun. For example, in the sentence, "She has a beautiful voice," the word beautiful is a descriptive adjective. It tells us more about the noun voice.
Exactly. Descriptive adjectives answer the questions. What kind? Which one? How many? For instance, the tall boy ran fast. Here, tall is telling us more about the boy. It adds a picture to the sentence.
Let's take a moment to think about why we need descriptive adjectives. Imagine if someone said, "I saw a dog." That sentence is fine, but it doesn't paint a strong picture. Now, if someone says, "I saw a large, brown, fluffy dog," you can almost imagine the dog clearly in your mind. That's the magic of descriptive adjectives.
That's a great example. Without descriptive adjectives, our sentences feel flat or incomplete. Let's look at another example. Simple sentence. She wore a dress. Now let's add descriptive adjectives. She wore a stunning red silk dress. Now the sentence is alive with detail. The listener can imagine exactly what kind of dress it was.
Exactly. Now, here's something important. Don't overload your sentence with too many adjectives. Adding too many can make the sentence confusing. For example, "She wore a stunning red silk, long, shiny, fancy, tight dress." That's just too much. It's better to pick the most relevant and powerful adjectives.
Yes, the key is balance. Use just enough adjectives to create a clear image. Another tip is to use adjectives that match the tone of your sentence. For instance, in a scary story, you might say, "a dark, creepy house." In a romantic story, you might say, "a lovely, peaceful cottage."
That brings us to an important point. Descriptive adjectives are also emotional. They don't just describe physical appearance, but also feelings or moods. For example, "She gave him a warm smile." Warm here doesn't mean temperature. It tells us about emotion.
Right. Adjectives like happy, angry, joyful, gloomy, excited, and nervous are also descriptive adjectives because they describe emotional states. They help your reader or listener understand what a person is feeling or going through.
Let's play a quick mini game. I'll say a noun and you give me a sentence with descriptive adjectives. Ready? The noun is cake.
Sure, I baked a delicious, moist chocolate cake for my sister's birthday. How's that?
Perfect. Now I'll try one. The noun is car. My uncle owns a shiny black vintage car that turns heads wherever he goes.
That's a great example. You gave us the look and the feel of the car. Now let's share a few.
Categories where descriptive adjectives are commonly used. Appearance: tall, short, blue, shiny. Size: big, tiny, massive, narrow. Shape: round, square, oval, triangular. Color: red, green, black, golden. Emotion: happy, sad, nervous, excited. Condition: clean, dirty, broken, new. Personality: kind, rude, smart, lazy.
That list is so helpful. And remember, adjectives usually come before the noun. For example, she wore a lovely dress. But sometimes they can come after certain verbs like be, seem, feel, look. For example, the dress looked lovely.
Great point. Let me give a few more examples. He seems tired. The food smells delicious. She is confident. In all of these, the adjectives come after linking verbs, and they still describe the subject.
Now let's quickly touch on comparative and superlative forms of descriptive adjectives. These help us compare things. For example, adjective, tall. Comparative, taller. Superlative, tallest. So we can say, Ali is tall, but Ahmed is taller. However, Usman is the tallest.
That's right. But be careful, some adjectives take more and most instead of and est. For example, beautiful becomes more beautiful and most beautiful, not beautifuler or beautifulest. So this place is beautiful, that one is more beautiful, but the garden is the most beautiful of all.
Let's summarize a few tips for using descriptive adjectives effectively. Choose adjectives that really add meaning. Don't use too many. Match the tone of your sentence. Use proper adjective order like size before color. Example, a big red balloon, not a red big balloon.
And remember, when using multiple adjectives, there's a general order to follow. Opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, purpose, noun. Example, a lovely small old round red Chinese wooden dining table. It may sound like a lot, but native speakers do this naturally over time.
That's true. Don't worry if it feels complicated now. With practice, it becomes easy. Try describing the things around you using just 2 or 3 adjectives, like a soft white pillow, a noisy crowded street, a sweet smiling baby.
That's the best way to learn. Observe your surroundings and describe what you see using descriptive adjectives. It's simple, fun, and improves your vocabulary too.
So, in today's video, we've learned what descriptive adjectives are, how to use them effectively, how to avoid common mistakes, and how to choose the right ones based on emotion, size, color, and more.
That's right. We also looked at adjective order, emotional adjectives, and how to compare things using comparative and superlative forms. Descriptive adjectives help your English become more expressive, rich, and interesting.
Thank you for watching, and we hope now you feel more confident using descriptive adjectives in your own sentences.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and don't forget to subscribe to Grammar with Altaf for more fun and simple grammar lessons. See you next time.